Howdy y'all, hope everybody's doing well. So today I want to introduce you to Dexter Taylor. Dexter Taylor is a 52-year-old software engineer from Brooklyn, New York. He's a father, has no criminal record, and I want to get into why that's important. So in 2020, Dexter Taylor decided to get into gunsmithing. So during COVID, he picked up a new hobby. So he was ordering parts, having them delivered to his house, and building rifles and pistols for his personal use. None of that is illegal. Even on the ATF's website, they show it's not illegal unless you try to sell them. Well, he didn't try to sell any of them. Now, what happened in 2022 is New York found out about it. The way they found out about it, very interesting. They got information from some of the manufacturers that he was ordering from. They swatted him, arrested him, charged him with 37 counts. Now, that was in 2022. Fast forward to 2024, about 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, he was found guilty on, I believe, 15 of those counts, most of them having to do with New York's registration and license to carry laws. So in New York, after Bruen, New York changed the laws a little bit, or the wording of the law, to conform with Bruen on their registration or their license to carry. And it seems to me that they have applied this retroactively back on him and all New York citizens, I believe. So he was charged with crazy things like possession of pistol ammunition. So you have to register your ammo in New York. That's insane. What the hell is going on in New York? I mean, I know, I kind of know what's going on in New York, but FYI, guys, criminals don't follow gun laws. So most of these charges were stemming from not registering the firearms, right? He's facing up to 18 years in prison for this. He'll be sentenced next month in May, a couple weeks away. Right now he is in Rikers, awaiting sentencing. Here's the crazy thing. The judge in the court told Mr. Taylor's attorney that he could not argue the Second Amendment in her court because the Second Amendment had no place there. And I think verbatim she said, the Second Amendment has no place here, this is New York. Who do you think you are and where do you think you're at? You're a judge in New York State, and New York State is part of the United States, and the Second Amendment sure as hell applies. So the unfortunate thing is Dexter, aka Carbon Mike, which is his social media handle, is going to probably sit in Rikers for a couple years while this gets appealed up. The other unfortunate thing is the appeals process, a lot of it is going to take place in New York, so I don't know that the outcome is going to be different right away. It's also going to be very expensive. He does have a Gibson Go. I will put that in the description below, so if you can, please donate, help this gentleman out. I understand some people will say he broke New York's laws on this particular thing, but New York's laws are unconstitutional. Unfortunately, this gentleman's going to pay the price for trying to prove that, and that is indeed unfortunate. I have had conversations with Carbon Mike, with Dexter. I've been in spaces on X with him several times. He is incredibly intelligent. I think he's a very good person. He did not harm anybody. Nobody was harmed in these crimes, what they're calling building ghost guns, which is silly anyway because anybody can order parts to their house and build a firearm for their own personal use. He's not violating federal law that I know of. He has no federal charges that I'm aware of. These are all New York charges. So New York is kind of gone rogue. They're going to make up their own laws. They don't care about the Second Amendment. And that's an issue. So I will say that the government cannot grant you freedom. The government can only take that away. All right? And it appears that New York is intent on taking freedoms away. They can't give you freedom, but they can take it away. And that's what they're doing. So it's an unfortunate situation. I wish that Dexter lived anywhere else besides New York. This probably wouldn't have happened. Well, not anywhere else. If he lived in a few of the other states, it may have also happened. But but I understand why he didn't want to leave New York. He was born there, raised there. He spent his whole life there. New York is where his family is. It's his home. National Association for Gun Rights is involved in this. I know that personally. I also think that Firearms Policy Coalition is starting to work on this as well. I believe. I hope that all the 2A advocacy groups really get involved in this. This gentleman's going to need their help. Also, the larger content creators, I really hope that they pick this up and run with it and make some content making people aware of Dexter's situation. I know in the last couple days, Mr. Guns and Gear and Jared over at Guns and Gadgets have both made content on this, and that's fantastic to see. Those are two of the people I watch for Second Amendment news. And I have a tiny channel. My reach is not large, but I felt it important to make this video. Consider, if you can, donate something to him. Even if it's a few bucks, it helps. But he's going to need all the help he can get, and I'm doing what I can on my end, and I know a lot of other people are working really, really hard. There's a website set up for him and whatnot. So props to all the people that are working on this. Shout out to my man Busybody. He's been going to visit Carbon Mike, trying to get in there and visit him, and we're gonna just keep supporting this gentleman whose rights were violated by an unconstitutional law in New York State. So I will see y'all next time I make a video. Y'all stay safe out there.